Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah, brought a thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema, thumb, a shot to the sisters. Priest and officer 500 precaution Marv, holding down the I.S.U.P.K Staten Island class. Go ahead and give the Lord a hand. Trying to see what's going on with Staten Island. We ain't forget about our brothers and sisters out there, man. We ain't forget about y'all, man. We coming out there to spread that word of the Lord out there as well. You understand? And what we want to talk about today is how blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are under attack all over the four corners of the earth. We face scrutiny, persecution, and unjust treatment throughout the four corners of the earth. No matter where you stand on this God-green earth, there's an oppressor or a heathen, some other nation that is out to get, destroy, and kill so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians simply because of who they are. Nothing more, nothing less, man. Everybody across the earth knows who we are. But us being slaves and being captured and brought to this land and not knowing our identity, having our history withheld from us, having our culture withheld from us, you understand? And our names changed every so often, every 20 years, every 15 years. They tell us we're this type of people, or they tell us we're these kind of people. Yes, they hold our heritage from us so much that we have lost sense and touch of who we are and what we should be doing. But we do know one thing. No matter if you Puerto Ricans, no matter if you're a so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Dominican, so-called Haitian, Guatemalan, Mexican, Negro, Jamaican, whatever you think you are, whatever name or byword they put on you to make you believe that's what you are as a people, wherever we land on this earth, we face unjust treatment. Wherever we land in this earth, we face unfair conditions. Wherever we land in this earth, we face poverty and housing troubles. We all have the same issues, same obstacles, and same hurdles that we have to get over and get through, being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. And it's not by an accident. It's not by some random luck of fate. It's because the world knows who we are. They know that we are the so-called children of the Lord. You understand? They know that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the so-called children of the Lord. And this is a big thing, man. We need to know this, because without knowing who we are, we'll never learn what we should do. And they have a perpetual hate towards us. They don't want us to figure out who we are. They don't want us to figure out what we should be doing so that we can serve the Lord and truly love the Most High God and be able to call on him, be able to call on him for help. Because right now, we don't know what we should be doing. We don't know what we need to be doing. So we are stuck and lost. And we have no idea what's going on. We're going to get some scriptures to pull and prove that the children of Israel are under attack throughout the four corners of the earth. It's a lot here. We could go to, let's start off in Lamentations. You understand? Because so much of the things that we deal with today is no different from problems that we faced the entire time in this land. It's no different from obstacles that we had to overcome the entire time in this land, in this North Kingdom, man, in this place called America, the daughter of Babylon, man. Brothers and sisters, we on the news every day. It's almost like the weather report. As constant and as frequent as you'll see the weather, you'll see a brother or a sister attacked, gunned down, beaten by police, beaten by civilians, man, gunned down and beaten by civilians because they treat us as if we are the scum of the earth, man. And these are things these are things we've been dealing with since we've been in this land. These are things we've been dealing with for far too long, man. And our brothers and sisters need to understand that we are under attack for the simple fact that we are the chosen people of the Lord, man. And we need to band together and come together and start serving the power so we can get away from this oppressor. We can get away from these nasty heathens who are out to destroy us, who are out to wipe us off of the face of the earth. Let's read. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go out in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. for our end is come. It says they hunt our steps that we cannot go out in our streets, man. And how many stories we've read about brothers and sisters simply just going to the store to get something to eat, simply just in their car, probably pulling out of a gas station. Some brothers, there's stories of brothers sitting in their car, just naturally sitting in their car, parked in front of their house. And what happens? Here comes this oppressor. Here comes this policeman. Here comes this slave catcher. You understand? And wants to start trouble and bother the brother or sister. And what happens with the brother or sister? They end up dead. They end up shot dead in the street for simply just being who you are, simply for just being a child of God, man. And this is going on for far too long. It is going on for far too long, man. Our brothers and sisters are under attack, man. They hunt our steps so that we cannot go out. Mothers out there in the world, I feel your pain. I sympathize, I empathize with you. Because if you raising young black men, you gotta worry. You have to be nervous. You have to be cautious. As every time they baby boy walk out that door, that he might not come home, man. And not even because he's doing something wrong, not because he's caught up in gang activity, or he's out there doing something, or he's playing with guns, or doing something that'll cause him harm, but simply because of who he is. Simply because he was of this bloodline. Simply because the whole world hates him for being a chosen child of God. These are the struggles that so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians deal with on a day-to-day basis, man. Look at our brothers out there in Haiti, man. They out there, they just had that earthquake. They just had that situation go on with it. They're in distress, and they need help. As much as they've been aligned and in alliance with this disgusting, filthy kingdom up here called America, who sent help for them? Who's going to go help those brothers out there? Not going to be our oppressor. You understand? Our oppressor's too busy out there helping them other heathens over there on the other side of the world in the so-called Middle East, man. Nobody has sympathy or compassion or care for the children of Israel, man. Nobody shows any type of remorse for the things that they do to the children of Israel, man. They hunt our steps so we can't even go outside. We are worried and scared and shaken and traumatized from the things that happen to us on a day-to-day basis, man. It's sickening. Let's keep going. It says, our end is near. Our days are fulfilled. And that's how we feel out here, man, that our end is near. Every day, brother or sister know that it could be their day. Them lights pull up behind brothers and sisters, and they get nervous, man. For one, I'll call someone. I'll get that phone on speaker and make sure somebody's listening to what's going on. Because you never know what to expect with this beast. You never know what to expect with this animal. Because he just has a natural rage in him to kill the children of God. He has a natural rage in him to cause harm and cause pain to the children of Israel, man. So-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. It's embedded in his brain. He don't even understand why he wants to do it. It's a perpetual hatred they have for us. But we are nervous and we are underneath their control. And it's nerve-wracking for our brothers and sisters, man. That's why we advise all our brothers and sisters to get up in the I.S.U.P.K, man. Come and serve the Lord and get that protection on you, man. Get that protection of the Most High God on you, man. It's the only thing that's going to save our brothers and sisters from this nasty, disgusting, oppressive beast, man. You understand? Let's keep reading. We in Lamentations. Let's go to chapter 5. And we're going to go to verse 5. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 5. Our necks are under persecution. It says our necks are under persecution, man. And you know this old saying, man, the man got his foot on my neck. This is a real thing. This is not just things that brothers and sisters said for a saying or for a slang or because it was something that they thought was cool. It's because these are issues and trials and tribulations that brothers and sisters face and deal with on a day-to-day basis, man. Trying to get up off the ground, and this oppressor and every other heathen in the earth got their foot on your neck, man. Out there to try to make you out to be a criminal. Out there to try to make you out to be a bad guy. Or something that should be caged up. When all you trying to do is get by and survive, man. So-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians are some of the most peacefulest people I've ever met in my life, man. We some of the most peacefulest people on the... And this disgusting oppressor, this filthy beast, you understand? He tries to make it as if we are him. He knows the spirit that he has on him, and he tries to portray it and push it off as if we are those people. And some of our brothers and sisters have picked up the bad habits of this oppressor from being underneath his foot for so long. You understand? From having his foot on our neck for so long. Some of our brothers and sisters have adapted his ways, thinking that it's normal, thinking that this is the way to survive in this land. And we need to put those things off, man. Because that is not of the children of Israel. That's not things that we should be doing, nor is it things that we've ever done. We shouldn't indulge in what they do, man. You understand? They tell you 2 wrongs don't make a right. We got to get right with the Lord. That's our way out of this. That's how we're going to get that foot up off our neck, by getting right with the Most High God and doing what the Lord requires for us to do, man. Let's keep reading. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 5. It says, our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. And that's so-called blacks, Hispanics all the way, man. We labor in this country and we have no rest. We ain't have no rest in a long time, man. So many different nations, so many different slaveries we done served out from disobeying the Most High God, man. To the point we don't have no rest. All we know is work, 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 work. You ask a brother or sister, who are they? And they mess around and tell you their occupation, man. Because we don't even know who we are as a people no more. We don't have no identity. Our identity is the damn job that they gave us, the occupation, the slavery that they put us in, and the thing that we use to get money to survive. Go get this money and give it right back to the oppressor. To the point where brothers and sisters don't even know who they are anymore, man. Ask them who they are, they're going to tell you what they do for work. It says, we labor and have no rest. And that coronavirus, man, you hear me? Barakatah YAHANNA, man, for sending that plague on this earth and shutting these damn kingdoms down, dealing with their economy, how he dealt with them. Because that's the first rest so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians got to have in a long time. In a long time. That little year off that brothers had where they were sitting home collecting that free money and enjoying the presence of their family, enjoying their time, learning to do something different, understanding and learning that this world and the things that they push on us is not as important as they make it seem. That was a great time for brothers and sisters, man. A lot of brothers and sisters got to get some real rest, got to get around their family, got to understand and learn their rib a little better, got to bond and be more connected with they, man. It was a beautiful thing, man. And that was a rest that the Most High God sent, man. That was a fast from the Lord. So brothers and sisters could fast from this labor that we've been doing. So brothers and sisters can get some rest from all the work they've been doing, all the slavery they endured, all the unfair, harsh treatment we encounter here in these 4 corners of the earth, man. This is a real thing, man. These scriptures is living words, man. The Most High God is not to be played with, man. He's a power above all powers, man. Let's keep reading. It says, we labor and have no rest. All right, we're going to drop that. We're going to drop Lamentations, man. Let's go to Zechariah. We're going to go to the book of Zechariah. And we're going to go to chapter 11. And we're going to go to verse 5, man. Because this nasty oppressor, this little beast been getting away with murder for far too long. Far too long. Brothers and sisters are murdered in the street by the police officers all day, every day, all over the place. And no justice. No one sent to jail. Case dismissed. They let the cop off, send them home, and give them paid leave for 6 months. You understand? Because they enjoy when they get to kill one of ours, man. They enjoy knowing that they're in a position of power where they could just slay our brothers and sisters, man. Just treat us like cattle. Treat us like something to be hunted. Treat us as if we ain't human beings. These are things that they do to us, man. These are things that we endure. Things that we have to live through, man. And you're going to tell me brothers and sisters, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians not under attack. We under attack. It is a war going on the children of the Lord. This way from the beginning of time. These other nations, these heathens, these oppressors, they hate that the Lord would be a special people to himself. They hate that we are a holy people. They hate that we peculiar treasures, man. And no matter how much they try to stomp on us and beat us down and beat us up and throw us in jail and make us out to look like criminals, we enjoy ourselves, man. With all the poverty and all the hell and all the terrible conditions that we endure, we enjoy ourselves. Brothers and sisters know how to have a good time, man. We know how to enjoy each other's company. That's why we gotta focus on the good and get the milk out the law. Get the milk out the law, statutes, and commandments, and observe these things and do these things to be better people to our brothers and to our sisters, man. Because when we having a good time, we having a damn good time. We gotta learn the law, statutes, commandments so we can always have a good time. We can be kind to one another. We can be around one another. We can cut the violence out for one another, man. Because we are already under attack by all these other nations. We need not to be fighting and attacking and bickering and beefing with each other over garbage, over things that this damn oppressor done installed and put in our brains to make us believe is so damn important. When the Lord said we need to love one another, man. We already got an oppressor attacking us. We need to gather together. But let's read this, man. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11. We're going to go to verse 5. Whose possessors slay them. You understand? And the damn slave master, the man in charge over here in this kingdom right now, he possesses us, man. We go to work. We got social security numbers, birth certificates. We got receipts and documents on us, man, from the time we are born to keep track of us and what we do and what we earn and where we go. They keep track of us as if we're their property. And they're damn near our possessors, man. We go to work, we get paid. They know how much we get paid. If you don't have a social security number, you ain't getting no paycheck. You understand? They make it damn near impossible to live if you don't follow their laws because they're in control. It says, who possesses slay them. And they slay us, man, every chance they get, man. They slay us in the court systems. They slay us in the streets. They slay us at the job. They slay us in school through student loans. Every chance they get to make your life a little bit more difficult and make your hell a little bit more unendurable, that's exactly what they do, man. That's what they strive for. It makes them happy. You understand? It gives them a little sense of cheer and joy to know that they destroyed and made another so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian person life a little bit harder. They get a kick out of it, man. And we need to pay attention to these things and take heed to these things, man. Because our brothers and sisters walking around too lackadaisy. We're walking around ignorant and naive to what's going on. And the oppressor is just getting over and getting over and getting over, man. And we losing more time and time and time, man. The time to serve the Lord is right now, man. Because serving the Lord is how we're going to get away from all these things that we deal with. It says, who possesses slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And we spoke about these police officers and all these shootings of unarmed Black men, unarmed Black teenagers, unarmed Black women, unarmed Black Hispanic women, unarmed so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians all over the earth, man. All over the earth, from the UK to the Caribbean islands to South America to North America, wherever you want, wherever we at. We face the same judgments underneath this nasty oppressor, underneath this disgusting beast. You understand? Brothers and sisters getting shot down for having a sandwich. Brothers and sisters getting shot down for sitting in their driveway, for driving nice cars. Anything we do pisses this oppressor off to the point where he just want to murder us in cold blood. And what happens? Nothing. Not a thing happens to them, man. Brothers and sisters get out there, get the marching and following all this nonsense that the oppressor puts in place for you, and that changes not a thing. Because in the marches and in the protesters, they still killing us. They still beating us. They still throwing us in the back of paddy wagons and locking us up, and brothers dying in the back of police cars. They do the same thing to us, no matter what. All these things we've been trying, all these avenues that we explored. Why not explore the avenue of serving the Most High God, the Creator, the one who created us and the beast? He created the children. He created the holy children and the nasty, disgusting oppressor that's beating our heads in. You understand? He created both. So he has more power. He has power over everything. We need to serve the power that can get us up from underneath this disgusting power that we are underneath right now. Because these possessors, slayers, and hold themselves not guilty. All the wicked things they put us through, man. All the wicked things they got us dealing with, act like they don't know. Act like they can't help us, man. Got brothers and sisters out there in court systems fighting all types of cases, fighting all types of evil. And ain't no help for you. They don't got nothing for you, man. If you don't speak that law language, you messed up. You better have you a lawyer, man. You better know what's. And even them damn lawyers you got to watch, man, because they ain't all on our side. Everybody's in cahoots and in conjunction to make sure that you are destroyed. So-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian man, Native Indian woman. You understand? Everybody's in cahoots and in conjunction to try to destroy you and to make your life as difficult and unbearable as possible. And we need to know these things. We need to know that we are under attack. We need to know that there's a war going on. Because if we don't know that there's a war going on, we just sitting ducks. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell the say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. You understand? And our shepherds, our so-called shepherds don't pity us, man. These damn so-called fake black leaders out here, man. These damn Christian church pastors and these priests and all these Islamic faiths and all these things that's supposed to be enlightening brothers and bringing brothers and sisters to be better people. They don't give a damn about us, man. They selling us up the river, man. As long as they get paid and they get what they want out the deal, they care not what happens with the children of Israel, man. They don't got no pity for us. As long as their pockets is laced and they got a nice house and a nice bed with a new car and a woman and they could go in there and whore out, they don't care what happens with the brothers and sisters, man. Only in the I.S.U.P.K. and the Command General YAHANNA will you find brothers and sisters that truly give a damn about what's going on with you. Where you can really receive real brotherhood, real sisterhood. Man, there's brothers and sisters in here that we have, man, that I love more than the family I was born with, man. They'll do more for me than the people I was born with, shared the womb with. Because in the I.S.U.P.K, following these scriptures and laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High God, you're going to learn what brotherhood is. You're going to learn what sisterhood is. You're going to learn that we can't hate each other. You're going to learn who the Lord hates. And you're going to learn who the Lord loves, man. And these people hate us because they hate the Lord. They hate the Most High God, so they hate his people as well. These are things we need to know and things we need to take heed of, because this war going on with the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, it is real. All other nations hate us, and it's going to get critical. When this kingdom gets taken down, you are going to see and you are going to realize that those other nations that you thought was cool, and that over here, you know, the little East Indian brother that you chill with because you went to high school with, or the Pakistani girl that you know from the hood because you live in your projects now, you're going to realize how much they hate your guts. You're going to realize how much they dislike you. You're going to realize how much they want to see you die so that they can live and prosper, man. And these are what they do. And they hold themselves not guilty. They ain't got nothing to do with me. The laws and the rules that's holding us back from prospering. They making it so that we can't get up and get above. But they're going to act like they ain't got nothing to do with it. They're going to act like it's not their fault. Better pay attention to what's going on out here, brothers and sisters. I think we could drop that right there. We could drop Zechariah. Understand? We could drop that. We're going to go back to Lamentations real fast. Because all these things going on in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, ain't none of them new. Ain't none of them new. It's the same song, a different year, and new faces. And we need to know these things, man. We're not learning from the past. We ain't never going to grow, man. We got to learn from what we've been through. We got to learn from these scriptures. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but the scriptures say that anything written aforetime was written for our learning. You understand? We got to know these things and watch out for them and learn from them and make better decisions than the decisions that was made already. Make better decisions than the decisions we used to make. And we're going to learn to make these good and great decisions by following the Lord, man. Because these commandments are for our good. They're for our help so that we can be great, so that we can be righteous. The Lord is already righteous. This is for us to do. This is for us to keep and know and understand and live. Let's go to the book of Lamentations. We're going to go to chapter 5. And we're going to go to verse 8. Servants have ruled over us. And these people that's in control right now, man, It's not because they're better than us. It's not because they're smarter than us. It's not because they're stronger than us, wiser than us, nothing like that. It's because we chose not to keep the law, statute, commandments of the Most High God, man. We've been brainwashed and bamboozled and hoodwinked and straight up and down scammed and conned into believing that we are some other people. Brothers and sisters running around wanting to get in touch with their African roots. You don't have no African roots. Brothers and sisters want to be up in that Muslim mosque. You ain't no Arab. Want to serve Christianity. The scriptures say that Christ was a black man. All the priests and prophets of the Most High God was black people, man. Children of Israel. But we up in these damn churches praying and worshiping to that white Jesus, that damn devil, you understand, who is Caesar Borgia, and then wondering why we can't get no help. Wondering why the Lord ain't answering our prayers. Wondering why the Lord ain't coming down to save us from the conditions that we dealing with. Because we're not even talking to our God, man. We don't even know who our God is. We've been lied to for so long. We've been led astray for so long that we don't even have no idea what's right. But that's why the I.S.U.P.K, and these Commander John YAHANNA and the men that work in here, these priests and prophets that come out here and push this word, that's why we do the job that we do, man. That's why we go as hard as we go. Because that's the only order from the Lord, man. It's to bring his children back. He requires the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians to gather together and bring themselves back to the Lord. Bring themselves back to the way of our forefathers, man. It's required of us, man. And because we're not doing it, servants have ruled over us, man. These are servants, man. These other nations were created to serve the children of Israel. Not to be on top, not to tell us what we can and cannot do, not to have us in there bending to their will of their court systems, not to have us in here serving out slavery to build up their economy, not to have us giving up all our little bit of financial money, all our little bit of coins that we could save up to have somewhere to sleep. You understand? Giving our money over to other nations. Not so that we don't have no stores and no economy of our own. That's not what the plan was. The plan was for the other nations to serve us. But we chose to serve ourselves, and now we serve a damn servant. Now we run around serving the servant because we want to serve ourselves instead of serve the Most High God. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. And ain't nobody finna come save us, man. They lie to us and tell us we African Americans, right? No question. Why Africa, that big continent that it is, with all those countries and all those us from the conditions that we were in. You understand? The Most High God knew that we served him and we loved him and he loved us. So he removed us from the conditions that we was in, man. He made an enemy to our enemies and made an adversary of our adversaries. You understand? So he came and he saved us from our conditions and our hell that we were dealing with. We're going to prove it in the scriptures. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 6. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And the scriptures say right here, plain as day, that the Most High God is the man, is the power that brought us up out of the house, that house of bondage. You understand? Which is Egypt. Egypt is another word for bondage. So it's just nothing but slavery, man. And the Most High God saved us from that. The Most High God saved us from those troubles and that unfair condition and that slavery that we were serving out there in Egypt, man. Through the powers that he has. Not through nothing else, man. So to save ourselves, we have to serve the Lord. It's that simple. It's that simple. We can stop all the troubles that we have right now by serving the Lord. The Most High God has the power to turn our situations around with the snap of a finger, man. As fast as you could blink, he could change the whole condition about what's going on the earth, man. He can change everything that we've known to be true with just a snap of a finger. Give me a second, y'all. With just a snap of a finger, he can change everything that we know to be true. Let's drop that. We're going to go to Ecclesiastes real fast. Instead of the New Testament, the book of Ecclesiastes. Second to get there with you. And we're going to go to chapter 10 and verse 7. And we're going to see how the Lord feels about all the things that we dealing with on this earth and the conditions that we fight and endure right now and how we living. Because we just read that servants rule over us, man. You understand? They wasn't made to be in charge. They wasn't made to be above the children of Israel, man. We are great people. We ain't supposed to be taking orders from no damn heathens and no oppressors. We supposed to take our orders from the Most High God. But we ain't want to take orders from the Lord. We want to do our own thing. So now we've been stuck in a situation where we at the bottom of the poles, at the bottom of the pool pit, taking orders from all types of heathens and other oppressors. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses. The Most High God says, I've seen servants upon horses, man. Look at the earth and what's going on right now. And he's seen servants on horses, man. Because this person, this beast that's in control right now, that runs the earth, you understand? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he is not supposed to be in control. He is not supposed to be in rulership. He is not supposed to be the head. He said, I looked down on the earth and I seen some horses, man. The people that should be serving and tilling the land and harvesting grapes and picking this and carrying that and fetching this and fetching that. These people are now on top. You understand? These people are calling the shots. So I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And the princes, the brothers that should be in control, you understand, so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, are walking on the earth as servants, man. We rushing the train stations into our slavery. We chasing down buses. We taking Ubers and scooters and bikes, planes and trains all over this green earth to go build up another nation's economy, to go get this oppressor's money together, to make sure that the oppressor's economy is stable, to make sure his kingdom is flourishing. We take planes, trains, buses, and everything else, scooters and bikes, to make sure that we can get to our slaveries, to build up this other nation's kingdom, man. And that's wrong. The Lord said that's not how it's supposed to be. He was surprised. You understand? He's saying this to let people know that this ain't right. That this is the complete opposite of what it should be. That the world is backwards because we chose to serve ourselves instead of serving the Most High God, man. You understand? It says, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth, man. And that's what we deal with on a day-to-day basis, man. This is the life we are living, man. And it can all be simple. It can all be switched by just serving the Lord, man. By just getting back to what the Most High God said to do, man. Let's drop that. We're going to be real fast, man. Because the Lord, man, he gave us an option, man. It's not like he's punishing us for no reason. It's not like he's going out his way to make sure that we could be in trouble or we could be dealing with this pain. Because the Lord told us, he gave us the choice. He said, yo, you can serve me and be great and be above all nations. Or you can not serve me and you're going to deal with those consequences. You understand? We need to build our own. You damn right, sis. We do need our own stuff. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. You understand? That's what the Lord said, man. He didn't make us do anything. He told us, listen, if you want to serve me and you do what I tell you to do, you will be on high above all nations on the earth, man. Everybody here will be your servants. You will have no trouble, no stress. But you know what we did? We decided to not do that. We decided to do what we want to do, go our own way, and follow what we wanted to follow, man. And that's been our downfall. That's been our pain and our struggle the whole damn time. Not knowing and not paying attention to the fact that the Most High God set in place what we should be doing. He already told us what we should be doing and what we shouldn't do. And we decided not to listen to him. Let's drop down to verse 15. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord God, to observe and to do his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's where we at right now. That's the rock we stuck in right now. All the curses from not doing what the Most High God said to do, man. All the trials and tribulations we endure from wanting to do what we want to do and what the Lord said to do, man. It's destroying us. It's destroying us, and it's making it harder than it needs to be. You understand? It's making our life way harder than it needs to be. Let's drop that. We're gonna go to Isaiah. We're gonna go to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. This is the book of Isaiah, verse 12. As for my people, as for so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man, so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Dominicans, Jamaicans, Guatemalans, Venezuelans, the Mexicans, as for my people, children are their oppressors, man. He says we are oppressed by children, man. This beast, this animal that's on top of us right now at the moment, man, he's not smarter than us. He's not wiser than us. Ain't no kingdom on this earth been great without the children of Israel being enslaved there anyway. All these heathens and other nations know that if they want to do great things and they want to be somebody and be seen and looked at as great, the main ingredient is the children of Israel, because we are the flavor. You understand? We are the thing that we are the flavor of the earth. We are what's good for the earth, and they know that. And they know that, and they use it. They use it all day, man. They find a way to take advantage of us. They find a way to harvest our strength and harvest our smartness and harvest our talents and use it for their own good. That's all they do. It ain't nothing new. They've been doing it from Egypt. They've been doing it from Syria, Rome. That's all they ever did was take the children of Israel and use them for our goods. Use us for our knowledge. Use us for our wisdom. Use us for our understanding, man. And now we oppressed by this damn child that don't got no sense and don't know no better than to do. He just at war all the time because he's an animal. He don't know nothing but fighting. He don't got no sense with him. There's no understanding with him. It says, as for my people, children are the oppressors. You understand? And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err. And the people in control, man, that's had the ear of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. All they did was cause our brothers and sisters to err. All they did was cause our brothers and sisters to be comfortable with their sin and tell them that you only live once and you got to be you and you can't live for nobody but you. And, you know, live in your truth and all that other garbage that people talk about when the real gist of it is you got to serve the Lord. Our job and our duty and our responsibility on this earth is to serve the Lord. Point blank, period. Ain't no way around it. We have to serve the Lord, man. We have to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. That's what we have to do. Other nations don't have that. They don't have to do that. The Lord doesn't deal with them. That's why they don't do what the scriptures say, and they look like they're prospering. But the Lord will come and deal with them when it's time to deal with them. But as for my people, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we don't have a choice. We have to follow these laws. We have to follow these commandments because to not pick the commandments is to choose death. You understand? How you flip it, how you twist it, not following these laws, statutes, commandments will lead us to death. It said, they which lead thee have caused thee to err and destroy the way of thy past. And they destroy the way of our past, man. They got our brothers thinking that we all types of things that we not, man. They got our brothers and sisters out there hating each other because the damn oppressor hates us so much and displays so much hatred towards us that we inherit these things. We inhale these things and we transmit it to our brothers and our sisters. We run around looking at our brothers and sisters as criminals and scoundrels the same way that the oppressor does. We look at our brothers and sisters as somebody that shouldn't be trusted and somebody that shouldn't get no help the same way the oppressor does, man. Picking up the oppressor's nasty ways, man. Even to the point where all women are against us, man. The women, our sisters, are against us. Brothers and sisters are going against each other, bickering and beefing and hating each other and fighting with each other, man. And all this comes from the work of the oppressor, man. The oppressor knows exactly what he's doing, man. He done got to our sisters, got our sisters against us, man. Brothers and sisters going through it within their own house. And we already got somebody invaded and intruded in our house trying to attack and destroy us. And we can't see that. We got the nerve to be wanting to fight and bicker and beef with each other. And there's an intruder in our home. There's an intruder in our home trying to destroy and kill us and our children. And we fighting with each other, man. Let's get some scriptures, man. We're going to go to the New Testament. Go to the book of Mark. And we're going to go to Mark chapter 3. And we're going to start at verse 27. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house. It says, ain't no man going to enter into a strong man's house. You understand? A strong man is going to defend his house. A strong man is going to stand strong and make sure ain't no enemy threats in his house. It's going to make sure the only people in this house is family. Ain't nothing but love in this house. Ain't going to be no division in this house. You understand? A strong man will hold it together and keep the house afloat. It says, no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods. And come in here and start spoiling stuff, man. You understand? There's a million ways to spoil the goods, man. You could come in here and take stuff. You could come in here and plant ideologies and thoughts that shouldn't be here. Come in here and cause division. You understand? Cause arts and offenses. It's just spoiling the house, man. Just making this good house a bad one. Making all the good things turn bad. It says, no man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man. And that's how they get us, man. They bind up the strong man. Brothers and sisters, man, we know we grow up in the ghettos, in the barrios, in the favelas, all over the four corners of the earth, in the hood. And you see it all the time, man. Brothers don't be there, man. Not because they don't want to, but because this system is so hell-bent and so evil and wicked that they target and attack and trap Black and Hispanic and Native Indian males to where we are. We not even 1/3 of the population, man. We a small percent of the population on the planet, especially here in America. We're a small percent of the population, but the highest numbers in the prison. That's on purpose. They do these things on purpose, man. They out there jamming brothers up every which way they can, man. Every which way they can. And out there to go break the law, man. Was in the world before too. And now look what the country doing. They done legalize weed, right? They done legalize marijuana. And you know how much brothers and sisters are sitting in jail for 3 strikes of having marijuana, and they probably never coming home. And now the damn country is selling it in every store you could look in. Everywhere you turn, they selling it. Now it's legal. And brothers done lost their life, man. Lost their family. Lost their rib. Lost the chance to raise their kids behind these little minuscule petty rules. And it's not minuscule and petty in the sense that the Lord said don't smoke. I'm just talking about as conjunction of what they would do. Because if it was one of their own, they'll give them 100 chances. They'll say they don't want to. Do you see how they talk to their kind? Let one of their kind be in court for the same thing that they done set the brother up north and took his whole life from him, man. Took 30 years of his life from him. Sometimes brothers didn't even do nothing, man. Just send you to jail for being Black. Send you to jail for being Hispanic or Native Indian. Sometimes brothers and sisters don't have to do nothing. They just have to be there and the cop there and something happened and now you did it. And let it be one of their own, though. Let it be one of their kind. They get all sympathetic. I don't want to destroy the young boy's life. He didn't know what he was doing. He shot the damn church up. He went and reloaded the gun 5-6 times. I think he knew what he was doing. But you don't want to ruin his life. But they'll throw us underneath the bus so fast, man, to bind up the strong man. They started giving out welfare. They started giving government help. And they told sisters, you can't have that man in the house. And what sisters did? They said he don't live here. But they got that help from the government, and that man was in the house. They said what they had to say to get the help so that we could be good. And then they done got the sister confused and thinking that she don't need the man there. And then she done got her chest all big, her head all puffed up to the sky. And now she's going at it with her man. And now it's division between the man and the woman. Because this nasty, disgusting beast is attacking us and wants us to be destroyed. So he done planted the seed, you understand? Spoiled the goods, and then allowed the brothers and sisters to sit there and pick up these nasty habits and fight with each other. Not only do we have an intruder in the house, we fight with. So now it's war. Let's keep reading. We can read it again. That's the end of it. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except will he first bind up the strong man. And then he will spoil his house. And that's how they do it, man. And that's how they spoil the house, by binding up the strong man and having a sister out there thinking that she got to fend for herself. Having a sister out there to be angry and bitter and upset with the man. not knowing it's not the man's fault. The man wants to come home. He probably want to be home. He don't want to be in jail. You understand? He don't want to be there. He don't want to deal with those type of things. But he done got binded up. He done got caught up in the trap. You understand? They place snares all over the place. They got snares all over for brothers to fall into, man. That's what they do in them damn Congress buildings. They put laws and legislations into place that's going to jam a brother up 20 years from now. They sit up there and they so evil. They make laws that ain't going to do nothing but affect our great-great-grandkids. Like, yeah, it ain't going to do nothing to you, but when they kick into place in 30 years, your great-grandkids, they going to be all up in my jails, man. That's how evil and conniving this oppressor is, man. To the point where he done got all women to fight against us, man. It's hard out there being a so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. It's hard for the women too, man. You get some scriptures on it, man. We're gonna go to Proverbs chapter 14, and we're gonna go to verse 1. And that's the job of the sisters, man. The job of the sisters is to know and identify what's happening and not fall victim to what they're trying to do. You understand? Don't be a simple sister. Don't be out there arguing, fighting with your man, knowing that the whole entire world is fighting with your man anyway, man. Don't be that person. Don't be that sister. Be the help. Be a pillar. Be a pillar of rest. You understand? Don't be a bag of stress. Let's get this. This is Proverbs 14, verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. And that's what they do it for, man. That's why they try to bind up the strong man and come plant spoils and come try to spoil the damn goods. Try to get in your woman ear, teaching your woman all these things that she shouldn't care about and shouldn't hear. And sometimes they fall victim to it, man. And now we got more war. Now we under attack, not only by the oppressor and other nations, but by your damn partner, by your spouse, by the person you love for, the person you would die for. And it gets unbearable sometimes, man. Sometimes it's too much to handle, man. That's why brothers and sisters need to come up in here and learn how to deal with one another, man. Learn how the Lord said to deal with one another, because it's going to save us from all the trip-ups and all the slip-ups that we having from not doing what we should be doing, man. From following after what we think is right. From doing what we think is good. We're going to go to Proverbs chapter 21. And we're going to go to verse 9. Because no brother wants that woman in there bickering and beefing with him, man. Especially not after coming in from all the dangers of the world. We read in Lamentations 4:18 that they hunt our steps. So to go outside is a damn toss-up in the first place. Worried if you're going to make it home to your family and your kids, man. Might get killed for being a black man. Might get killed for being a Hispanic man. Might get killed just for being a Native Indian man or woman or child. They don't discriminate. They'll kill you because you are a chosen child of the Lord. That's what really bothers them. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21. And this is verse 9. It is better to dwell. Salakia. Let me drop that. 21:19. Salakia. 21:19. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman, man. That's why our sisters need to know, man. Don't be that type of sister, man. Don't be one of them sisters that's so simple that you done started arguing and beefing with your man and you causing just unnecessary stress and arguments in the house, man. Because that's all from the oppressor. All these things come to fruition from the oppressor. The oppressor is putting these chips and these brains in your head, you know what I'm saying? These little ideas to make you angry at things that you shouldn't even be angry about. Be a help me to your man. You damn right, sis. Be a help me. That's what we need. You understand? And brothers need to do the same for their women. You understand? It ain't one way. It ain't one-sided. But this is just what we're talking about right now. It says, better to dwell in the wilderness than to dwell with a contentious and angry woman. And we're going to look that word up to see what it means, right? We don't want to just skip over things. Contentious, contentious, causing, likely to cause an argument, controversial, involving heated argument, giving to arguing or provoking argument. And sisters, we got to get out that spirit, man. Our sisters got to get out that spirit, man. Because I tell you, there is an intruder in the house right now. There's somebody invading our house and invading our space right now. We need not to be arguing and fighting and bickering and beefing with each other, because we already under attack. This is time to band together, man. This is the time to band together and know that we are under attack, and know and watch out for the crafty counsel that they put into place to have us fighting and arguing with each other, man. This is the time to join together, like the scriptures say, man. We're going to get a few more that we're going to get up out of. Let's go to Proverbs. And we're going to go to chapter 1. We're going to go to verse 20. I think it's 22. I believe it's 22. Yeah, it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? You understand? That's a question that was posed. Like, how long we going to love simplicity, man? How long we going to be so simple that we can't see what this damn oppressor and these other nations are doing to us? The games that they running on us, man. The scams that they scamming on us, man. All the nasty, disgusting, wicked things that they trying to get over on us with. When we going to take heed to these things and realize what's going on and realize that we got to do what the scriptures say, man. We got to do what the Most High God said to do, man. Because these people that are in control, they don't care nothing about us, man. They just running game trying to get us to go against each other and fight and argue and do all types of wicked, nasty, disgusting things to each other, man. So that they don't have to do it. So that they're not burdened with the trouble of just doing it themselves. And then it makes it look like when they do it, it's not that bad because they do it to each other. How often you hear them talk about black on black crime? As if all nations don't have crime against each other, man. East Indians fight with East Indians. Arabs fight with each other. The damn Edomites fight with each other. You understand? Africans fight with each other. All nations of people fight with each other. And they do wrong to each other. But they make it seem like black on black crime because we do it to each other. It's acceptable and it's okay for anybody to kill and murder and destroy and rape and molest so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. It says, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? How long are we going to love this? How long are we going to allow this? How long are we going to act like we don't know better? How long are we going to have the same things happen and not change our approach, man? How long? We tried everything, man. We done tried everything under the sun. Let's try to do what the Lord says. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. And that's what we need to do, man. We need to gather together because we are the nation that's not desired. All over this earth, they hate us for who we are, man. They hate us because they hate our Father. They hate the Most High God, so they hate his children. And if we don't understand these things, and we don't acknowledge these things, and if we don't start making actions and start doing something about these things, we're going to get wiped off the face of the earth, man. You understand? We got to do what the Lord says to do and come together because we are not desired. We got to gather together. We are under attack, and we need to gather together and rally the troops and put all our energy into us. Pour all our energy into what the Lord wants from us. You understand? Learn how to be good brothers and good sisters to one another, man. And stop letting that stranger in our house cause division in our damn house, man. And with that, that's my time. Hey, shalom, Israel. How about Shem Yahshua Barak a thumb to the brothers? How Shamal, our thumb by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. See y'all next week, Wednesday, man, 5:30. I.S.U.P.K. Staten Island class.